Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dirt Grain Steel. So this morning we're going to start putting the oil cooler that came last night back in the 270. So there's the old oil cooler. This is the new oil cooler. This one's all aluminum. That one's steel and I think some copper, but a little bit different design, but same principle though. So everything looks really good. We've measured it up. All the blocks are in the right spots, welded on for the bolts. The ports all look the same. So I think we're good. And this one is a lot lighter to work with than the old one. So we're going to get some things around and find the right bolts that we need. And we'll get this cooler carried over there. And we'll get it sat up in the hoe. So hopefully by this afternoon we can take the 270 out of the shop. So we'll see what happens. We do have some trees to cut today at some point. I got the 661 Stihl saw out. We're going to try it today. I know a lot of you have been wanting to see it. So finally got it off the shelf and we're going to take it out and try it. So let's get started on this cooler though. Let's get it up on the track. Down, need to go south. There. Yeah, just need to go south on it. That's probably close. Okay. Good. Might need to get closer. Let me go underneath and see if I can get the bolts lined up. Let me get up there and balance it up. Okay. It's not gonna fall out. Okay, it's up in there. Okay, so we've got the cooler back in. It's bolted back in. The lines are hooked back up to it. It was an absolute royal pain in the ass to get that cooler put back in. Excuse my language. I know my grandpa's going to hear this, but it was a royal pain in the ass. I do not recommend buying this cooler off eBay. It is definitely not direct replacement as far as putting your bolts in and go. We had to shim stuff. We had to take a 4-foot bar and straighten the lines out because they were way too far in towards the cooler. They possibly could have got bent in during shipping. We're not sure. But yeah, if you're a person that wants this to fall right back in the excavator and put the bolts right back in the way the old one come out, this cooler's not for you. Yeah, we saved money on getting this one, but it was not extremely easy like you would think it would be. So now that it's all bolted back in, we're going to go ahead and put all the sheet metal and everything back on and get some oil back in and make sure that there's no leaks and see how it performs. Well, there we have it. She's pretty much all buttoned up other than throwing the counterweight back on and putting hydraulic oil back in. That was a real treat putting that cooler in. So we're going to go get some lunch now. And we're still going to take this machine out and run it a little bit to make sure that all the oil that was all over the block, we thought originally was from the tappet cover, but now we're starting to think that it was just sucked through the oil cooler by the fan and splattered all over everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the oil put back in it. We're going to walk it out of the shop with no counterweight on it and run it for a little bit, let it sit and run, and see if there is any engine oil leaks. If there is, we have a complete seal kit on hand right now, so we'll be able to fix that. But if there isn't, we'll throw the counterweight back on, and this machine is ready to go back to in service. So it'll be nice having it back. So we were awarded a couple pretty large bids on some pretty good sized ditch projects and a few other clearing projects. So it'd be good to have this machine back going again. So like I said, we're going to get some lunch now. Not sure where we're going. Well, I'll find out in a little bit. Well, we got back from lunch. We decided we're going to go cut the 2 trees down that we need to cut down for my cousin on one of his farms. That light is annoying as shit. The bolts fell out of it. Well, we got back from lunch, went out to the Toto Cafe and had a fish sandwich. They have excellent fish sandwiches if you're ever in the Toto area and you want a fish sandwich. They have excellent food in general. So anyways, got back from lunch and Dad started putting the oil back in the 270. So Dad's strength and I decided, well, we're going to go cut the trees down that we got to get rid of. These 2 trees, they get within a foot of the end gun on my cousin's one irrigation system that swings around here along the ditch along the road. So we're gonna go ahead and cut them 2 trees down for him. We're gonna get the grapples put on, and then we're gonna have to take the excavator down the road, and we're gonna have to notch the trees and push them over because they're leaning fairly decent towards the power lines, and I don't want to even risk it. So we're just going to be safe, take the excavator out there and push them back the other way, get them to fall towards the field, and we'll get on this side and we will get them up out of the ditch, cut them up. We're going to cut the logs out for my cousin. We're going to put them off the side and he's going to take them home, and then the treetops and stuff we're going to cut up and go ahead and burn them for him. So I'm going to get these cab guards off. I'm so happy to take them off after looking through them the whole time. It's really nice to take them off and be able to have a clear view for a while. But Dad's strength's getting all my hoses unhooked. He's got the valves turned off. We just got to take all the stainless hose clamps off, stainless steel hose clamps. Oh, my little wrench. And get the hard impact out, and that'll make quick work of the clamps. And we'll roll the hoses up, get her set on the trailer, and then we'll get the grapples put on. Well, here's the first tree that's got to go. Dad's strength's going to cut it, I guess. I was going to cut, but he grabbed the saw first, so he can cut it. Oh, I don't have my phone holder in here. Shit. Well, that wasn't very exciting. These 2 were rotten anyways. That one was hollow, so it wasn't very good, so I didn't video it. So they're out. Or they're cut off, so we're gonna go around and clean them up and burn what we can and take the logs from the rest. Well, here we go. First time using the 661C. Let's see how this goes. Well, let's try her out. Saw. Okay, now we got this all cut up. This really isn't worth, kind of not worth a log. It was hollow at the bottom, so we're just gonna burn it just to get rid of it. Save my cousin having to come get it and piss around. And I know somebody's gonna be like, well, that would have made good firewood. Well, you know, you gotta kind of determine, you know, the time it takes to have somebody come get it for firewood, mess around with that. We're here, we have limited time. We're just gonna stack it, burn it, and get rid of it. Yeah, I'll have to get some more on that pile. A lot of the wood we burn each year would have been good firewood, but there's still woods is full, plenty of firewood that can be cut. Got to keep production up. We can't really stop and cut firewood. So I'm gonna track out there and start raking that up a little bit, bringing it back towards me, and get it stacked on the pile. I have to grease these grapples. Getting squeaky. So we'll rake all this up, get it to the pile, and get it burning yet. I got a couple bush honeysuckles that I plucked out. I need to get out of the ditch yet. Didn't really want to mess with these trees, but my cousin Sweet talked me into taking them down. I'm like, well, I suppose. While I'm here, I'll just do it. The next project we're going on is it's going to be pretty extensive. There's a lot of trees to take out, a lot of brush to cut, some ditches to close up. So it's going to be, we're going to be there for a few days. That's going to require the feller buncher. Probably end up taking the 850 John Deere dozer to that one. I need to get it up to the shop, get it ready. It really needs bottom track rollers, but I think the ones that are on it'll be alright for this project. Been really looking for a nice D6D cat. Trying to come up with one. The D6D is kind of hard to find in good shape. Or I'd like to find a nice D8K or D8H. I want something I can really hog dirt with. Been looking at a lot of 750Js, but right now the price on them is kind of high, so I'd really like to stay with an old cat. Something with some good durability. Seems like the old cats run forever. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up, we'll get it burning and see how far we can get. Dead twigs. They sure make a mess. Well, there we go. We got us a nice little bonfire going. We're going to let that burn all night. We'll come back in the morning and we'll stack up the big chunks and get them burning again. And we'll probably just bring the Bobcat back over the next time and finish cleaning it up. So if you like this episode of Dirt Grain Steel, give me a like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it, and we will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.